These are the only 3 books you need. These are, yeah, I'm gonna say it again. These are the only 3 books you would need in the self-improvement space, without a doubt. This is my second time recording this video. First attempt, I went to go edit. Apparently my footage just disappeared. I don't know what happened to my footage, but I need to get this video out there because I feel like this is the video, you know what I mean? This is the video that I invested in myself, and I just want to give back to you guys. Because I want to connect with people who are in a similar boat as me, and I feel like I could help. So yeah, if you guys have been in the self-improvement genre of YouTube, you notice there's a lot of red pill YouTubers giving out quality content. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. But if you look at some of the book recommendations within the subgenre, a lot of it is fluff, okay? I don't want to shit on any of the books. I feel like some people are just going to get really butthurt, but I just want to say that there are books better than those books that are recommended, because those books are like 400 pages of, I would say 90% is fluff, right? So these are the 3 books that everyone that is on their self-improvement journey needs to read. There's no fluff. And these are the 3 books that I've read that I related to the most and I learned from, and I practice it on my day-to-day life, right? So here are the 3 books. As you can tell, super short. Shouldn't cost you a lot. I bought this $5, $7, and I think this was my most expensive, 15. So all in all, super cheap. So I'm gonna go in order from when I started my journey in the self-improvement space and what I was looking for at the time. So we're going back in February of 2022 or 21. I'm not sure which. I remember I was in my fall semester in college and I was going through it mentally. I was drained, and I really needed something to, get me back into the swing of things. And this book came up on my For You page. Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Ng. Right, super short book, 100 pages, and this book talks a lot about that suffering starts from your mind. That's the root of it all. What you start thinking about the most is what's going to be harming you. We're talking about anxiety, right? Taking anxious thoughts and developing them over time into really bad things, into depression, suicidal tendencies. Anything that you can think about starts with your mind, right? So Joseph gives you like a blueprint on how to detach yourself from things, because we are our most critical critiques, and he really focuses on the root cause of all psychological and emotional suffering and how to end it. He talks about that, how to experience unconditional love, peace, and joy in the present moment, how to let go of anxiety, self-doubt, self-sabotage, and self-destructive habits, and how to effortlessly create from a state of abundance, flow, and ease, how to develop the superpower of being okay with not knowing and uncertainty, and how to access your intuition, your inner wisdom that goes beyond the limitation of thinking. So he goes really in depth with all these 3 without the fluff, right? As you can tell, Joseph is putting out good content, and if you just look at Joseph's social media pages, he's here to help people, and he's not here to make the money. Obviously, he is selling a book, but for the price point, you're getting quality content. I actually got this book for $5 off of Amazon. At the time, Joseph was just picking up momentum. I believe that was his, the first 20th reviewer, I believe. I remember I was one of the first, right? Because I remember I saw him on my For You page, and he was just trying to pick up traction. Second book on my list. Fast forward, this is around summertime, right? I was in the moment of, disciplining myself, trying to be the person I wanted to be in the future. And someone at the time that really struck out to me was this book by Wes Watson called Non-Negotiable. Wes, like a little backstory behind Wes. He was a prisoner, sentenced to 10 years. And he was really, in the worst position. For example, I'm pretty sure some of you guys would look at his life and be like, damn, I do not want to be in his position. But let me tell you right now, this dude's a multimillionaire. Has his own fitness consulting company. He's a coach. He's a YouTuber, and now he's an author, right? And he gives back on a lot of information. And look at the thickness of the book. Very short, right? And the thing I like about this book is that each chapter starts off with a quote. For example, like in the first chapter, right? One of the quotes is, "Our actions and our energy dictate how people feel about us subconsciously." What does this book give you as a consumer? So this book gives you how to, build habits, choosing purpose over pleasure, acquiring what you admire, constructing habits and programs. So a lot of workouts, right? Facing tests and expressing gratitude. He goes heavy on the gratitude part, and personifying the teachings. This book goes heavy on, if you want to be the person that you admire, the person that you vision, like in the vision that you see. If you visualize a person who's successful, highly driven, motivated, disciplined, this is the book for you. Right? This covers a lot about business, and if you want to be a successful business owner, I would say this is the book, is the core of any successful pursuits, right? Either with being a student, a coach, a business owner, or just an overall family person. This is the book. Now, fast forward. Now, this is like, I would say 2 weeks ago. I just finished this book, Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. He was one of the editors for Success Magazine. And if you know anything about Success Magazine, they cover successful people, entrepreneurs, athletes, business owners. You could think about it. If you could think of it like any successful person, they were probably on Success. If you look at the testimonials of this book, a lot of successful people, familiar names within the self-improvement, finance community, have given their reviews of this book, and I would say without a doubt this is the book. Like, this book alone covers, I would say, 5 different self-help books in today's day and age. Like the new books that you see in Target, this book covers it. And this book was written a decade ago. And this book cost me $7.50. All right, guys, I bought it locally. This book talks about compound effects, meaning small habits that you build over time gives you the better benefit over short-term success. And let's say you don't get short-term success, you still want to, implement short-term habits that will propel you in that direction, right? So it focuses on your income, your life, and your success. And with all the things that are mentioned, he talks about that if you want any of these things in this lifetime, you have to work on yourself, because you, at the end of the day, are your own, machine. You're the machine that's going to be going to that position. But if you're not in the right mindset, you're not disciplined enough to be in that environment, you're going to crumble, okay? He talks a lot about, millionaires, who win the lottery. He talks about how come they go bankrupt, and it's because, they didn't develop the habits of someone successful, right? They were given this random amount of money that they won, and what did they do with it? They spent it, and they weren't smart enough, right? They don't have the habits. Now I'll tell you what I got out of this book, okay? So, mindset, I would say I'm more disciplined with my mindset. I'm very greedy with my time. I try to prioritize myself now over others. And let's say if there's something I need to get done, I will get it done, right? If there's something that isn't in my same, mindset, or like, let's say people are in a negative thought process, I'm gonna, pull myself out of that environment, because this book talks a lot about surrounding yourself with positive people. And you really have to put yourself in positions where, if you want to be someone in the next 5, 10, 20 years, this is the book. This is the blueprint of success, I would say. So these 3 books, I would say, are must-reads in the self-improvement space. I would say these are the only 3 books you need. I'm going to say it again. These are the only 3 books you would need in the self-improvement space, without a doubt. And I could give you 100% certainty that these 3 books will leave you thinking. They'll make you a better person. Not only that, your your vibe, as they say, you're gonna be a lot better. All right, people are gonna recognize your efforts, and yeah, I'll give you my little testimonial. Someone the other day, 2 or 3 people asked me, how did I get disciplined? How am I so motivated? How am I, so driven? This book right here, this book right here. Those 2 books are it. Now, when it comes to mindset, how am I so positive? This is a book right here. Okay. Granted, I'm religious, so that has to do with it. But I would say, let's say you're not religious, these are the only 3 books you would really need. To be quite honest, right now they cover everything from financial to mindset to habits to how to express yourself, not being a douche. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. I would appreciate it if you guys hit the subscribe button, the like, and check out my other socials. Everything's linked below. And shout out to all of these 3 amazing guys. I really hope they see this video. But yeah, if you guys do take anything out of this video, let me know in the comment section. DM me on Instagram. I'm always checking my DMs. I love, when people actually take my advice and implement it in their life, and it drastically changes their circumstances. I appreciate it, right? I love it. So yeah, these are the 3 books that really helped me, and I'm looking forward to being a part of the self-help space on YouTube. Peace.